It was back to winning ways for Erik ten Hag and Manchester United. With the changes in personnel for both sides, the game was always going to differ from what we saw at the weekend. But one change that really benefited United was having Martial back. It wasn't the Frenchman's best game, but what I noticed was that when United were forced long by Villa, Martial was able to hold up the ball a lot better. Whereas at the weekend, this was leading to constant Villa turnovers. But more importantly, when he was dropping deeper and receiving the ball, Martial was dragging multiple defenders with him. And as we saw at the weekend with Buendia and Watkins, this causes chaos for the opposition when capitalised on. Look at Martial here, drops deep, receives the ball, allowing Malacia to push forwards, before releasing the ball wide and making his own run in behind, while Malacia drops back. With Martial, United just look more multi-dimensional. His link-up play and awareness is really strong, but he's also a facilitator, opening spaces for players like Rashford to exploit. The pair are really complementary with each other. As you can see here with the offside goal, after the turnover, United break at speed. Martial immediately drops deep and maximises the space possible for Rashford in behind. Again, like at the weekend, United had success when moving the ball horizontally at speed. Martial dropping deeper and opening up the spaces for Malacia to make a run through the centre of the back five. United's pressing was so good, and especially from Martial. With Ronaldo at the weekend, United were forced to stand off, and this played into Villa's hands as they completely disorganised the United shape. But in this game, United pressed from the front, especially when the centre-backs had the ball, restricting the options and forcing them direct, and United had relentless success with this. The work rates of the wide players to recover when Villa broke through was incredible. Another reason why Erik ten Hag and the players deserve credit. It was really nice to see the team press as a unit, and this was fundamental in them controlling the first half of the match. But for all the control that United had in the first half, it was Villa who took the lead and punished them. It's a great goal from Villa, who initially forced United long from Dubravka. After winning the second ball, Villa break, with the entire United midfield already behind them. Danny Ings coming back from an offside position drops deep and opens the space for Watkins, who's played in well by Jacob Ramsey and finishes nicely past Dubravka. The response from United was perfect, taking only seconds to level the score. It's an unbelievable outside to inside run from Fernandes and an equally impressive pass from Dalot to find him. Villa had aggressively pushed up to the halfway line and United took full advantage of it, with Bruno squaring the ball to Martial to convert. Exactly what Ten Hag would have wanted. Shortly after, Villa retook the lead. As we saw at the weekend, the movement of the Villa players disorganised the United shape before attacking the space created. This time it was John McGinn dragging Malacia centrally, and moments later Villa were launching an attack down the vacant left channel through Young and Watkins. Young picked out Bailey well at the far post, whose header was turned in by Diogo Dalot. United's equaliser again came from the looking to play direct. With the high Villa defensive line focusing on Rashford, he was able to head the ball into the path of Eriksen in behind. After a good tackle from Young, the ball fell back to Rashford, who took advantage of a Mings slip, held off Chambers well and finished nicely to level the score again. The third goal was a reward for United's good work out of possession for the whole match, both by pressing and cutting passing options. The goal highlighted both perfectly, with United slowly forcing Villa further and further towards their own goal by restricting options, before pressing in the final third, forcing a misplaced pass by the goalkeeper. Unlike the rest of the match, this time United chose the right pass, with Garnacho finding Bruno, whose deflected strike put United ahead. I'll have to make a separate video on Alejandro Garnacho, but in this game he was phenomenal. After the substitutions, the Villa shape was a lot more narrow, and this suited the Argentinian. The youngster held the width perfectly and was a constant outball for teammates in tight situations. His role in the fourth United goal was exceptional, recycling play well before receiving the ball on the touchline again, using the inverted run of Elanga to drift inside before delivering an inch-perfect assist for McTominay, who himself had made a brilliant run and finished well. After defeat at the weekend, Ten Hag demonstrated his ability to learn from his mistakes, with his squad showing both control and a direct threat, something he'll undoubtedly be pleased with.